starter is pulling the lanes. The flag is up. And they're off. Here they go. Last race of the day, Varsity 8th race. We've got in the yellow boat, Princeton. Looks like Cornell got a quick lead off the start. They got a bow. Princeton's cranking along, holding even with Radcliffe. Princeton now has moved a seat up on Radcliffe. Radcliffe is coming even with Cornell. All crews high-stroking, clean start. Radcliffe and Cornell stroke for stroke. Princeton moving right through the other two crews, about a half a length up right now. Radcliffe has now established a one-seat lead over Cornell. Radcliffe at 39. Princeton at 37. Radcliffe now still holding a one-seat lead over Cornell, stroke for stroke. 36 strokes per minute for Cornell and Radcliffe, stroke for stroke. Cornell's just made a move. They're just made a move. They've got a half a seat up on Radcliffe. Princeton holding one length lead. Radcliffe is trying to answer that Cornell push. I believe they have. We're now back to even. Slight open water, about a deck length open water with Princeton in the lead. Cornell's now taken a one-seat lead over Radcliffe. We've gone through the 500-meter mark. Radcliffe is responding. She's got a half a seat back from that seat she left. This is hard racing, you guys. Princeton still sitting with about a half a length open water lead. Cornell just put a big push in right here. They've now taken 2 seats off of Radcliffe. Radcliffe's trying to respond. They've checked their progress. Still sitting about 3.5 seats, 4 seats up now. Cornell. Princeton's lead has not extended. It's still holding about a length open water. Cornell on the move a bit. Now Radcliffe's responding. It's about 4 seats. Radcliffe down. Radcliffe's gotten 1 seat back. This is going to be a dogfight. We know that Princeton came in ranked number 1. Cornell was ranked 13th. Radcliffe ranked 18th. So anything goes for these crews sitting in 2nd and 3rd. Now Princeton has opened their lead, coming into the 1,000-meter mark. They're a good length and a half of open water, rowing cleanly in the yellow boat for those of you on the shore. Radcliffe still sitting in 3rd position, 4 seats down on Cornell. They're both going through the 1,000-meter mark now. We can't see the crews because we're behind the abutment. We'll see what results hold as the crews come through the bridge. Radcliffe sitting 4 seats down on Cornell, putting a big push in here right now, trying to respond and reel in a couple of those seats. Princeton still holding their length and a half open water lead. Radcliffe seems to have a little surge right here. They're now sitting their bow seats on Cornell's 5-seat. Stroke for stroke, these two crews, stroke for stroke. One crew gets a foot, the other crew pulls it back. Cornell's now starting to scoot out. They've got their Radcliffe's bow seat is on the 6th seat of the Cornell crew. About 750 meters to go in this race. Princeton has increased their lead now to about 3 lengths of open water. Radcliffe's trying to reel back in. They've got about a half a seat back. Again, they're literally rowing stroke for stroke, these two crews. Radcliffe's starting to move back. Their bow seat is on the 5 seat of Cornell. It's just duking it out, inches for inches right now. Coming into the 500-meter mark, Princeton has moved out again. They've got about 4 lengths of open water. The #1 crew showing their stuff here today on the Charles. But it's blade for blade here between Cornell and Radcliffe. Anything can happen in this last 500 meters of the race. Radcliffe is pulled back to their bow seat, sitting on the 5 seat of Cornell. So they got that seat back, and they're literally just, this is where the margin's been for the last 5 or 6 strokes. Looks like Radcliffe might be putting a little bit more move on. I think that they're bringing their bow seat up to the 4 seat of Cornell. 400 meters, 350 to go right now. Radcliffe sitting on the 4 seat of Cornell. It's going to take a lot of effort here for these two crews in the last 300 meters of the race. Who's going to really put the pedal down in the last 250? Cornell has now moved out about a half a seat again. Radcliffe's bow seat sitting on the 5 seat of Cornell. Princeton, clear open water, clearly will be the winner here today of the class of 75 Cup. But the duel here is for who's going to be second. We're into the last 100 meters. Cornell is still holding their position. Radcliffe's bow seat is on the 6th seat of Cornell. Radcliffe Coxon has called them up again. They're trying to push to the line. Stop. And here we go. It looks like it will be Cornell with time. Radcliffe's closing the margin. It's going to be close. Looks like a couple seats. Cornell over Radcliffe with the clear winner of Princeton. Great race.